Three things: consistency, resiliency, and authenticity. Sometimes we just can't have nice things. And over time, great things, they kind of get ruined. They get cheapened. And this has happened in many areas of life, and it's happened within the spiritual communities. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. The real ones are shining brighter than ever before. And so many things have been cheapened over time. Some things start off, and you've seen this in society. Some things start off and then all of a sudden it becomes more mainstream. Oh, it's the cool thing to do. It's the popular thing to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it happens everywhere. And over time, certain things, it could be diet fads. It really could be pretty much anything. And when it kind of first starts off, it's very organic and authentic. And then over time, more and more people that don't have their minds and hearts in the right place, they kind of come in and kind of throw things off. Well, this is what has happened in the spiritual communities. And, I see things and, doing this for quite some time, and also going through a time period where I was consuming. We all kind of gone through this awakening process, and it happens in waves. And to see such a shift, and we can see a shift in the world, we also could see a shift within us. The more that we maybe detox ourselves, and we're seeing more and more clearly, detoxification of the third eye really is an important thing, and you really can see a major difference when you do it on yourself. So I think a lot of people right now, we're seeing clearer than ever before, and we're seeing the truth behind things, and our bullshit meters, if you will, are heightened, are sharpened like never before. And we also see this also in the world, all right? So there's so many things, where maybe you went out for food in a place, and years ago the food was so great. Oh, it was delicious. It was maybe healthy. And now they cheapened it up. You might go to the grocery store and you used to buy a product years ago, and now they have all these artificial chemicals and stuff, and it's not made the same way that it used to be made. Well, this kind of has happened within communities. And that's why on your journey, you're going to have to use clairsentience. There was an OG a few years back. He was sitting out on the beach, and he said, you're going to have to use clairsentience in the end days. You're going to have fine-tuned discernment in the end days. And he also said, don't trust anyone until the end. Certain messages last the test of time. And the more that we have experiences that kind of, it's like kind of right in front of our face, and you could see certain, maybe spiritual concepts, or people that they're on their spiritual high horse. Here they come, they're coming in on their high horse. Well, they're proclaiming that this is so great, but they're actually, causing a lot of chaos. They're causing a lot of damage within the mind. People that come in on their spiritual high horse and they tell people maybe, I don't know, how to eat, how to live their everyday life, that actually is not good for someone's mental health. And this is a world that we're in right now where everyone, I feels like they are a professional. So since this is the way of the world and free will is the law of the universe, this is a time period where authenticity is going to reign supreme, and the energies are going to just guide the path. We're going through a quantum leap right now. And really, post this major eclipse, I think, and again, so what is a real life example? So many people said, ooh, the end of the world is coming with the eclipse, and that was not the case. So, but what it did bring, it brings energetic shifts. I've shared many times, things happen energetically before it really manifests physically. So we're going to see the breakdown of a lot of the false and fake reality, and we're going to see the build of the authentic, the positive, the things that are going to improve one's life. And you're going to have to see this and experience it through resonance. So if someone says something, how does it make you feel inside? How does it make you feel in your gut? And that's really where you're going to have to go. Go to the gut, go to the heart. Don't think with your brain. And I know this concept is very difficult, and I'll take the accountability mirror out on myself. Years ago when I was younger, yeah, I definitely thought that way. But how I go about my life now, I go to the heart, I go to the gut, and then I go to the brain. The brain is the third brain. You write that down in the comments. Your brain is the third brain. And that's why people like Dr. Bruce Lipton, who said language was designed to hide feelings. There's a lot of bullshit artists out there, and you can't go with the words. And, yeah, you're going to have to feel the energy theme, the vibe behind certain concepts that are out there. And when we move forward as a society, we want to find that intersection of truth, of what is going to benefit people, what is going to benefit ourselves and people at the same time. Not to coat the ego, not to put others down. Narcissism is running wild, especially within spiritual communities. And the spiritual community, I've done a full video on this already. I'll put that in the upper left-hand corner. Should be treated just like any other community right now. Whether it's, I personally watch sports talk. And, I'm listening to certain people, and there's such a bickering going back and forth, and this happens everywhere. But the difference is within maybe spiritual communities, there's a higher standard, and people just say, oh, well, they're spiritual, so they're doing the right thing, but that's actually not the case, and it's actually worse. And when we hold certain standards, sometimes, and you might have more tolerance for children, and children are more authentic. Meanwhile, adults, why are they acting like children? It's really interesting. And that's the way of the world right now, especially with social media. And authentically, it's not really society's fault, but it's the programming of society. Get more social media likes, and this narcissistic wheel keeps turning and turning. The filters, the fakeness, and that's why, and I just had this conversation with someone in my everyday life. We were chatting, and when you go out, and you might be experiencing this as well, being a single guy, going out there and trying to meet people, it is wild, it's unbelievable. And there's no social skills anymore. Are you a single individual going out there trying to find people? And it's like, wow, what happened to the social skills? It's so wild, it's so weird. And going into this world and seeing it, but social media really has influenced many people on their journey. So we want to look at social media as a tool, and someone could write in the comments, I think they just did something where you have to be over 14 to be on social media. And I saw this years ago, being a science teacher, and seeing children, they're looking at a person and they're doing all this nonsense, and they have millions of followers. So they're looking at the celebrity, and they think in their mind, well, I'm going to have to do this nonsensical stuff if I'm going to be cool and popular like this person on this social media platform with all of these followers. This is what I'm supposed to do. And what that has done is it created these false idols. And instead of maybe, looking at great parenting or good role models, they're looking at people's social media profiles that pretty much don't have others, what their best interests are at mind. So this is a time period where a lot of people are seeing clearly. You're seeing past the deception that's out there. And there's a group of people that are here to clean up the mess. You might be getting this message right now, and you could see the problems that lurk within maybe spiritual communities, And they were supposed to be held to a higher standard, but actually they are the same or probably even lower than other communities. You know, you might go out and venture into sports like I do, even politics, which is kind of rough as it is, or all different types of communities. And, I watch a plethora of different things. It's really about our everyday lives. But going on this journey of self-discovery, going on this journey of expanding consciousness, and as I expand my consciousness and I see the things that are wrong in the world, and it's time that people speak up. The right ones speak up and not tolerate it any longer. So if you're getting this message, hit the like button and leave a comment and speak the truth. And what are you experiencing? Your Uncle Mike is here. The hammer is being dropped. The voice for the voiceless. Because you know what, light warriors? Sometimes when people are conscious of what they're doing and they're doing it under the guise of, oh, I'm ultra spiritual, it's like the lowest of the low. And it really aggravates you. If you're a person and there are just like, there's certain things that just really get under your skin, I believe the word is, what's the word? Hypocrites. Do you know about those? Oh, they're so great, they're so bright, but they're actually full of shift. Well, Daddy's home. And so are the warriors of the rainbow. So why don't you hit the like button, share this message. We're going to come back tonight. We're going to have a tremendous live stream. And I feel post the clips, a lot of the warriors, now is the time. Now is the time to speak up. Now is the time for the lions to roar. You could all start roaring, get the lions going in the comments section and say enough is enough. Enough of the bullshit. You got to see clearly. You got to feel clearly. Use clairsentience and fine-tune your discernment. It's time that we all clean up this mess. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going.